The following is sponsored by Virtua. Virtua supports local sports.
Hi everybody, thanks for joining us for episode 22 of the South Jersey Sports Digest Show, coming to you from the studios of Sterling High School and their Channel 19. I'm Mike Shute, lead content editor of South Jersey Sports Digest, and thanks for watching us on Comcast Channel 97 in Gloucester County, the Gloucester County Education Network, as well as TV 19 in western Camden County, including Haddon Township, Haddon Heights, Audubon, Oakland, Haddonfield, Barrington, and Lawnside. You can see the show on those two channels on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 10:30 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. And of course, you can always watch the show at any time on our website, usually posted by Thursday morning at www.sjsportsdigest.com. And of course, aside from the most current show, we have a tab at the top of our website. You click on that, and you can see a tab that says SJSD Weekly Show. It's there all the time, and you can check it out. Also, we want to remind you of our new South Jersey Sports Digest app. It's only been up and running for just a couple of weeks, but certainly drawing some great reviews. And just a quick demonstration, you tap on it, and you can follow as many teams as you like. And you can get all the information, schedule, results, news, statistics, standings, and follow your team as closely, your team or teams as closely as you want. And you can also get push notifications, which will alert you every time there's a change to any of your team's pages. And as I said, track as many teams as you want and stay up to the minute on each one as we add content to our site about your team. You'll be the first to know. And that's the South Jersey Sports Digest app, available for free on all smartphones. Download it now. Now we'll get to some quick info about some great basketball action coming up this weekend. We'll take a look at the Cherry Hill East Boys Invitational. This one's been planned out since last spring, and wow, did they ever get this one right. We've got, if you follow the Courier Post rankings, the top 12 teams in the Courier Post top 15 boys basketball teams are all participating in this tournament. If you follow the Inquirer's rankings, 16 of their top 20 are all participating in this tournament, plus a couple of out-of-area teams that are national and state powers. There you see Saturday's schedule with Shawnee against Holy Cross kicking things off, Pittman-Lenape. The second game there, Delsey-Pemberton, should be a very intriguing matchup. And then the big one, the centerpiece of the day, Cherry Hill West against Cherry Hill East. The student sections from both schools have been talking about this game for a while now. They're pumped up about it. It's a big game, of course, for town bragging rights and, of course, Olympic Conference bragging rights as well. Then another very good game, Paulsboro against Camden, 4 p.m. The night wraps up with a great interleague matchup, Atlantic City and Haddonfield. We could take a look at Sunday's matchups. And then you see Medford Tech against Bishop Eustace, Middle Township and Camden Catholic just after noon on Sunday. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, this is the centerpiece of Sunday's activities. St. Anthony, a powerhouse in the state for years and years out of Jersey City, will take on St. Augustine Prep. St. Augustine, the consensus #1 team in South Jersey right now, ranked by both the Courier Post and Philadelphia Inquirer. St. Augustine unbeaten against New Jersey teams. Their lone loss came in a tournament early in the season out in California. So there are a lot of big bragging rights here in that one. 3:30, you've got another non-public matchup as Holy Spirit and another state power Trenton Catholic matchup. And finally, the action winds down with Rancocas Valley and Paula VI. So some great hoops action for you, boys hoops, Cherry Hill East Invitational. It's always a big one, and like I said, they really got it right this year. 16 of the Philadelphia Inquirer's top 20 teams taking part, as well as 2 great state powers in Trenton Catholic and St. Anthony. So certainly, if you're interested at all in great high school boys basketball, head out to Cherry Hill East and check it out. Next up on the show, quickly, we'll take a look at our South Jersey Sports Digest Total Turf Athletes of the Week. We'll start out with our female athlete of the week. She comes from the hardwood, and she's been getting it done all season long. This is Destiny Thompson, senior basketball player from Bridgeton. Last week, the Bulldogs went 2-1, but in that time, she averaged nearly 23 points a game, including a massive performance in a win against Vineland as the Bulldogs won 55-51 against Vineland. Destiny with 39 points, 26 rebounds to go along with 3 steals and 2 blocks in that win. Also, Destiny Thompson this season became a 1,000 player. She scored her 1,000th point. She also has over 1,000 rebounds. So Destiny Thompson is really a force to watch for the Bridgeton girls basketball team. She is our South Jersey Sports Digest Total Turf Experience Female Athlete of the Week. We've got a great story on our site about Destiny written by our very own Sean Fallon. So be sure to take a look at our girls basketball page and look for that story on Destiny Thompson. But this week, she's our Female Athlete of the Week. Let's talk about our Male Athlete of the Week. And he is coming from the swimming world, and it's David Atkinson, a senior from the Woodbury Gateway team. He won the 200 IM and the 100 breaststroke, while also leading off winning relays to power the number 6 seed Woodbury Gateway in an upset in the South C State Tournament as they knocked off number 3 seed Timber Creek. So great work for Atkinson. In the first round of the state tournament, he also won the 200 IM and 100 breaststroke and also led off the winning 400 free relay as Gateway Woodbury knocked off Woodstown 95-75. So our Total Turf Male Athlete of the Week, again brought to you by Total Turf Experience, it's David Atkinson of the Woodbury Gateway swimming team. While we're talking about swimming, we want to bring in our first guest of the show today, and that's Bob Querubin, the Haddonfield High School swimming coach, both boys and girls. Bob, thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Bob, I know that you guys have we're taping this on Wednesday. The show usually airs on all those channels, as I mentioned, on Thursdays. So you've got a big couple of days here, and we really appreciate you taking some time to join us because you've got your girls team will take place Thursday as this show airs in the Group C sectional final. Your boys team, as in a few hours from now, as we're taping the show, will be taking on Ocean City in the Group C Boys Championship. First of all, Group C is a little bit of a new nomenclature for swimming fans and swimmers in the area. Tell us about what has changed in the state tournament landscape with the addition of Group C.
Well, the good thing is that they're expanding. That always means it's a good thing. It's a positive thing when there's more and more teams getting involved in the tournament, more and more people getting involved in the sport. What's good about it is now it might be a little truer picture for the schools like Haddonfield, with such a small student population, competing in the tournament with similar sized schools. Now in the past, we never have any problems. It's always a good thing to take on and compete against the best teams in the state. But like all the other sports teams at high schools, it's good when it comes to the tournament that you are competing against the similar sized schools. Now,
for you and for Haddonfield, swimming is it's no surprise. It's been a successful, certainly sport, and tradition is there for success at Haddonfield. How does that happen? How does a school build up that traditional power and just year after year able to reload and retool and have a massively competitive team year after year?
I think with such a small community, it actually makes it a little easier. When friends talk to friends about swimming in the summer leagues at Wedgwood, the local swim clubs, there's Wedgwood, Tavistock, Earlton. I might be missing a couple right off the bat, but it starts there. It starts at the younger ages. They stay interested, and the people who want to take the sport to the next level actually jump to a club team. And then they just stick with the sport. So when you get to high school, they have already been competing in the sport for years, and now they're just competing with their friends on the high school level.
And I know that you mentioned club swimming versus high school swimming. Really, the club swimming is almost a lot more serious for a lot of the swimmers that I've encountered over my years of covering the sport over the years in South Jersey. And is it to the point where they almost look at that as a hobby, kind of a way to tune up for some of these other more personal individual events that they're involved with their clubs later on down the line?
Well, the club swimming is the people, as I said, that definitely want to take the sport to the next level. They're training from September through, it's year-round for the most part, but at the minimum they're training from September through May, and then they go to their summer clubs if that's the case. But it's, I think they feed off of each other with respect to getting into the sport and training as long and as hard as they do throughout the year. They are definitely getting a little more of advantage. Now high school comes around, and then you've got the teams that love to compete together. These guys know each other from team to team, so there's always that kind of rivalry thing that goes on.
Now with your team participating tonight, Wednesday, February 11th, your boys team taking on Ocean City in that Group C matchup for the title, 6:30 Wednesday night. Obviously, when this show airs, the final score already have been tallied. But when you talk about this matchup for your team, how is your team approaching tonight's matchup?
Well, we approach it like any other, when you get into a tournament, like any other competition, you almost have to approach it as if it's the last meet of the year. It's the last competition of the year. You can't take advantage of any opponent, regardless of the seeding process, which is basically submitting a PowerPoint meet based on times from 2 meets that have a number associated with, a number value associated with, and that's how they seed the team. That is not as relevant as certainly when you get to the tournament time, because your people are swimming different events and competing against different teams and different events. But as long as these guys and girls treat it as if it's their last meet of the year, then we hope that we can just get to the next level.
I know that you talked a little bit about the addition of Group C and how it has kind of expanded opportunities for some teams, and a school like your girls team is going to face in the Group C final on Thursday, Oakcrest. Kind of an upstart team, not a traditional power, not a team that you always see in that final perhaps, and they've, I guess, gotten an opportunity and kind of benefited from this situation as well.
Absolutely. Teams that may otherwise wouldn't have thought about maybe entering the tournament just because of the number of schools that were entering in just the 2-division format now have an opportunity to compete. And with this setup and the way the pairings occurred in this tournament, it's been a fantastic start. I'm only looking at the scores. I have not seen the meets, but when you see in the first round, the second rounds of scores of 90 to 80, 88 to 82, 80, 84, 80, or 86, 84, they're great competitions going down to the last event or last couple events. But I guess more importantly, it has and now has provided an opportunity for schools that otherwise I wouldn't even have seen in the tournament, entering the past couple of years.
Northern Burlington, another one of those schools, first time to qualify for the swimming state tournament, so we congratulate them as well. Now, Bob, as you obviously, between today, Wednesday, and tomorrow, Thursday, the sectional finals are taking place throughout the state. Of course, we're focusing on the South here and your team, as well as the other teams in Groups B and Groups B and A, I should say. Mainland Shawnee facing off in the boys Group B. In Group A, it's going to be Cherry Hill East and Cherokee facing off. And it's going to be 3 in a row, bam, bam, bam. So you've got the girls, and then you've got the girls on Wednesday. Pardon me, the girls on Thursday, I should say. And your Haddonfield team will be the nightcap, if you will, 6:30 against Oakcrest. The Group B matchup is Ocean City against Morristown, and the Group A, Cherokee against Egg Harbor. Just talk about the atmosphere, Bob, in those meets, because for people that haven't gone out to a swim meet and seen the emotion, the excitement that really goes on in those places, they don't understand. They would never understand it. But I think if you have an opportunity, please tell us a little bit about that, because it gets intense.
It absolutely gets intense, and it's certainly when these swim meets, as I mentioned, they go down to the last couple of events, it just gets louder and louder. And in the 11-event meet format, as the meet goes on, in your event 8, and they go really fast to begin with, but once you get to event 8, 9, 10, 11, when you start to realize, well, wait a minute, we really don't know, who's going to win this thing. It's really up to these guys in the pool. It's such an exciting environment. The whole attitude is different. You've got both teams standing. You got everybody in the stands, in the bleachers. Certainly at GCIT, where this competition will take place, can hold a lot of people. It gets really loud in there. It's very exciting.
It really does, and it does hold a ton of people in there in GCIT. So if you're watching and you maybe get a chance, it's 10:30 a.m. on Thursday morning. There's still 3 great meets you can get out and watch on Thursday afternoon and evening at GCIT. So check that out. And of course, you've got the sectional finals taking place, and the state semis and finals will be next week, as well as the non-publics will continue to compete next week as well, as they, of course, have one less step to go. So it's a little bit further process. But we want to thank Coach Bob Querubin from Haddonfield Swimming for stopping by. Thank you, Bob, for your time. Best of luck in both the boys and girls meets going forward in the sectional finals tonight. Right now, we're going to step away and we're going to take a look at our latest School of the Week video. This week, it's Gateway High School, home of the Gators.
The following is sponsored by Virtua. Virtua supports local sports.
Welcome to Gateway Regional High School. My name is Lou Raba. I am the Athletic Director and Director of Student Activities and Fine Arts here at Gateway. Gateway Regional High School is in the Colonial Conference. We are part of the NJSIAA. We are designated as Group 1 South. In addition to that, Gateway is a school choice school where students from different districts can apply to come to Gateway and have that experience of being in a small learning community.
Because of the size, like we're really small, but we're given a lot of opportunities to be able to work with, like the sports teams, the teachers, the people you're surrounded by, and the different opportunities that you're given. It impacts like your self-confidence, your motivation, just everyone around you. It's always supporting you.
I think we're really close because like we all grew up together. Like the districts aren't far from each other, and they're all small towns. So like you know everybody. So like you build a relationship with every person that does go here.
I would say the family atmosphere starts on the field with like your soccer team. You do team dinners together, and then you see each other every day. You see each other 6 days a week. You have practices and games together, and you look up to your coaches as a figure that's pushing you to do better things. So it's like you come together as a family on the field, but it goes into the classrooms and it goes into the hallways, and you all feel like one family.
What makes Gateway unique is the coaching staffs. Because as small of a school as this is, we have the most eclectic coaches I've ever seen in my life. The special part about most of the coaches is just their tenacity in any kind of situation. Whether we're down by 6 in a wrestling match and we need 3 kids to pin out, or 2 kids to pin out to win a match, it's just the tenacity that they coach with at every point of the game. Some of our coaches are extremely charismatic. Some are just amazing play callers, great ways at diverging talent in different areas, and just the special stories that follows every single coach that we have.
One of my role models is my coach, Coach Gooding. He's a friend on the court as well as off the court. He pushes me through practice. He subs himself in so he can play defense on me to make me work harder. But he's also trying to excel my life off the court as a coach, which I think this is impressive.
The teachers and the coaches definitely push you to do your best. They want the best for you. The teachers, they give you all the help you need. They're always willing to help you whenever you want. They motivate you even to push through your sports, and they'll come out and support that too. And the coaches, they're just amazing, like what they do for you and how motivated they are for you and for your accomplishments too.
I think a lot of the heart is taught from like your coaches, and like they teach you like you have to win for the team, but also for yourself.
That's what it means to be a student athlete at Gateway. You're a hard-working, blue-collar, roughneck kid who just wants to win, get better, and improve in every aspect of every game, every match, everything you do.
I think one of the things that's unique about Gateway is the drive and resilience I see from my teammates. Seeing kids come back every day, being pushed their hardest every day, and coming back the next day is just one of the most rewarding things I can think of. I've seen kids get knocked down on their feet, but they always come back the next day ready to work.
Probably my favorite thing about Gateway is how supportive everyone is and how we all have like a lot of Gator pride.
To me, Gator pride just means try your hardest and give it your all. Always being like the underdog, everyone always like backs each other up, and that's nice.
If you don't have a sporting event of yourself to attend, you're attending one for another team. Like if we don't have a football game, we're at a girls soccer game. If we don't have a wrestling match, we're at a girls basketball game, a boys basketball game. But every single thing you were at, and it's the same tough, hard-working, hard-nosed kids that you see all throughout the student body at these games every single day.
It's not only your teammates that appreciate you and what you're doing on the field, but it's also the people off the court, whether it's like the parents or the coaches or the teachers, but also the students, the fact that they're there to support you even when they have games themselves or they have practices themselves. They're coming out of their way to show that they care.
We give everything our all, no matter what, sports, like academics too. We're always trying to give our best. We wouldn't be as close as we are if we were a bigger school. And to have a smaller school and all the people supporting you definitely pushes you to what you want to be and accomplish.
Back here at South Jersey Sports Digest, I'm Mike Shute, lead content editor. We want to thank Gateway High School, the athletic director Lou Raba there for helping us put that together. And of course, as always, our producer on the Virtua School of the Week is Kyle Miller, doing a great job for us week in and week out on our website. You can see our whole host of our past Virtua School of the Week videos, and those can be found at our website at www.sjsportsdigest.com. We want to now take a moment, and we're going to bring in we're going to bring in Zach Bates, our very own Zach Bates, who covers track for us. And he's been on the indoor track scene all winter long, hanging out at the Bubble at the John Bennett Athletic Center in Toms River. Zach, thanks for taking some time out to be with us. And let's jump into things real quick. You've been to the sectionals the last couple of weekends for us. You've been at the Group 1 and 4 event, then the Group 2 and 3 event. So some headlines from that. Let's talk first about maybe what the dominance in Group 3 that has become Kingsway's boys, because they've repeated, and you've got some other good news out of Kingsway as well.
The Kingsway boys, man, they're just led by Noah Colbreth. They have such power. They work together. They don't want to lose. It means everything to them. They want to go out on top. They've won the last couple of years. It's Noah's senior year. It's his brother Trevor's senior year. Another senior, Kyle Abraham, Miles Boylan. It's their senior year. They want to go out on top. And also the girls won their first title or sectional title in program history. Talia Cooper was a huge part in that. She earned victory in the 400 with a time of 57.58, and she picked up a second place in the 55 hurdles and third in the 800. So she helped that team, and there was nothing but celebration after that.
This, of course, was this past weekend. Also going on at the same time was the Group 2 races, Zach. And in that Group 2, it was Delsey that just couldn't quite get over the hump. They lost by 3 points in both the boys and the girls meet. You could tell us about who actually prevailed.
And you felt bad for Delsey because they were very close. It was going into the last race for both of them. On the boys' side, Bob Wagner was telling me after the race, it could be between either one of the teams any given day. Chase Hill led Highland. He put up 30 points for the team, winning the 55 hurdles. He took third in the high jump, jumping over 6 feet, and he took third in the 55 dash while anchoring the 4x400 to help that team. On the girls' side, Seneca was able to bring home their first title since 2010, and head coach Karen O'Neill didn't think it was possible after one of their junior stars, Joey Webb, was disqualified in the 600. She pushed Sterling's Amanda Capolino, who got the win, but it went down to the 400, and they were able to take second over Delsey.
Group 4, of course, you had Lenape and Egg Harbor Township winning, and then Group 1, Haddonfield repeats in both, and that has just been another area of dominance for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely, Haddonfield repeating on both sides. And going with Haddonfield girls, Brianna Guess in her first season in indoor track, she's lighting it up. She won 4 events on Saturday, the 400, the 1600, the 800, and she was also a part of the 4x400, helping that team if they're picking it up for a rough end to the cross-country season.
We had a feature story on our website about Brianna Guess a little bit earlier this season, talking about her decision to go from the basketball courts, where she played as a freshman, to now participating in indoor track and field. We can take a look at that quick soundbite right now.
Track this season.
I just last year playing basketball, I had a lot of fun with it, but it was really hard trying to get in runs and play basketball and fit homework in and get sleep and eat all my meals and stuff. It was really difficult, so I just kind of was like, what do I want to do in the long run? And it was run. But it was it's also it was easier to make this decision because they told me that it would be kind of a rest season, so I wouldn't have to race, which kind of is what gets me really mentally really nervous and everything. So that's also what made it an easier decision.
So with the help of Brianna Guess, the Haddonfield girls were able to score in every event, and that helped them to repeat as sectional champions in the girls indoor South Jersey sectionals for Group 1. So they'll be all taking part. All the teams we have already mentioned will be taking part in the state finals, Zach, coming up this weekend. You'll be there for South Jersey Sports Digest. Be sure to follow Zach. Be also sure to follow the South Jersey Sports Digest Twitter account as well, as we'll be live tweeting from the event. And you can keep up to date with everything that's going to be going on at the state finals. But Zach, maybe just quickly we could talk about a couple of key points to look for this weekend at the state finals.
Absolutely.
I know in Group 1, for example, obviously Haddonfield's looking again, boys and girls, to do well, but there's some individuals to mention as well.
Right. One quick note about Group 1 in the 1600, Haddon Township's Luke Patella. It's going to be another showdown with his running mate Craig Cordy, who they were neck and neck at the Group 1 state cross country meet. Patella went on to be the Meet of Champions champion. Patella ran a 4:18 in the sectional, while Cordy in the North 1 ran a 4:31.
Group 2, you've got, of course, you mentioned the 2 sectional winners, the Highland boys, and they, of course, will get to take a crack at it. But there's a young lady from Deptford who also may stand out.
Absolutely. Deptford's Kira Lester. I think she's going to bring home some titles of herself in the 400 and the 55 dash. And you know, her 4x400 team, they've been nationally ranked this year, so we're looking for good things from Deptford.
Kingsway's boys, again, talking about dominance. They've, of course, won 2 straight won 2 straight sectionals. The girls in uncharted territory with an opportunity perhaps to bring home their first state title. They've already reeled in the first sectional title this year. And finally, Group 4, Zach, an athlete we need to talk about, maybe Lindsay Kane from Washington Township.
Absolutely. At the Group 4 sectional meet, Kane took second to Williamstown's Gabby Kirsch in the 800, and she finished behind Egg Harbor Township's Julia Katia in the 1600. You know, Lindsay she told me she was sick, she wasn't feeling it, so she's hoping to come back in the state meet and reclaim her title. And she doesn't like to give it up easily in her senior year.
Yes, so she'll be working hard to try and regain her crown, Lindsay Kane from Washington Township. So Zach will be there at the Bubble at the John Bennett Athletic Center in Toms River over the weekend, Friday, Saturday. We'll also have coverage all week long and all weekend long of the wrestling state team tournament as that continues with state semifinals and finals on Sunday coming from the Sun Bank Center up in Trenton. So be sure to look for that on our website as well, as there's great action all over the arena up there. You're going to have mats galore with wrestling going on all over the place in the Sun Bank Center, and that's all day Sunday. You've got today being Wednesday as we tape the show. The sectional semifinals are being held today. Sectional finals in wrestling are Friday, and of course, as we mentioned, the state semifinals and finals in wrestling coming your way on Sunday. So lots of great sports action to keep your eyes on, many reasons to keep your eyes on. The website, www.sjsportsdigest.com. That's going to do it for this edition of the South Jersey Sports Digest Show. I want to thank Haddonfield swimming coach Bob Querubin for stopping by and taking some time out to talk swimming with us. I want to thank my colleague Zach Bates from our website, www.sjsportsdigest.com. And for everybody else here at the Sterling Studios, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the South Jersey Sports Digest Show. Bye-bye.
The proceeding was sponsored by Virtua. To learn more about Virtua Sports Medicine, go to virtua.org/sports medicine. To schedule an appointment, you can speak to a personal navigator at 1-844-678-7001.